here today playtesting the Yonex Power Cushion AddXL. Come check it out. I have playtested multiple Yonex shoes, including the Power Cushion Ecliption 5 that we just wrapped up a couple weeks ago. And this AddXL is definitely different in some ways and has some similarities, so I wanted to kind of break that down for you. To start, Yonex has always known to have a more narrow fit, which is perfect for my narrow feet. And honestly, when I slipped these AddXLs on, I swear they were made for my feet. They're perfectly narrow where I need to be, and then there's still enough room in the toe blocks that I didn't feel like my toes were squished for any reason. I really love the glove-like fit. To me, it just felt like the uppers were perfectly hugging my feet and I felt really comfortable. I was really able to take these shoes from my desk, walk down, and immediately start playing with them with no break-in period. The highlights of this shoe for me is the lightweight and the low to the ground feel. They're both definitely on the more minimalist side compared to that Ecliption 5, where it's more of like a durable, stable story. And this one, I definitely felt light and quick moving around. And because it is more of a lightweight shoe, I wasn't sure how the support, stability, and cushioning would feel, but honestly, those all check the boxes for me too. Yes, there's a little bit less cushioning, but I didn't really mind that. And surprisingly, I actually really liked the support and stability of these shoes. There is that last eyelet, which I always appreciate. And for the first actually couple hits, I didn't even use it because my feet were so secure within the shoe and moving around. I did end up using it at the end just for a little bit extra precaution. If I had to list any dislikes, the first would be durability. It is a lightweight shoe, so I was expecting to see some wear, and I did see some after about 10+ hours underneath my big toe. Lastly, the thing I probably struggled with the most was the traction. These are very sticky outsoles from the start to the finish of this playtest. I really felt like they were gripping the court well, but they weren't giving a little bit, so there was many times I was feeling stuck, and I was hoping after a couple hours that the traction would kind of break in and give me a little bit more slip, but it did remain consistent throughout that playtest, and I was just feeling stuck at times. Overall, I think the AddXL is a great, lightweight, low-to-the-ground option with a lot of traction. I was excited to play test this new offering from Yonex, and right when I put it on my feet, it instantly reminded me of the Yonex Sonic Cage. Shout out to Julie, one of our play testers, who absolutely loved that shoe, and everything she loved about that shoe is what I really enjoyed about this one. The fit is much more streamlined than something like the Ecliption, so it felt very snug on my feet. But when we reviewed that shoe back in the day, I think we even referenced it kind of fitting like a ballet flat, so you feel really locked in and quick right from the first step. So I really enjoyed that. It fit my medium width feet well. I noticed with the Ecliption, the upper started kind of opening up and I lost some support, and I had all the support I needed with this AddXL, plus tons of stability, which is something that I always look for. I often wear heavier, stable shoes, and I found I was transitioning into this shoe and felt much speedier in it. So I'm really appreciating the new technology that Yonex has injected into this one. I know they've got that carbon plate, and it definitely feels speedy. It does have a sticky outsole. However, I'm kind of the play tester that has a little bit more traditional old school movement, and I don't mind the stickiness. And because it was such a light shoe, I actually felt pretty confident with my movement and didn't have any issues. I was shocked how durable this shoe wore for me. I'm not finding much durability issues at all. So the outsole and that rubber compound is doing an amazing job for me and my game. And all in all, this is probably my favorite shoe from Yonex in a long time, so I'm super excited to keep wearing it. That's all we've got in California. Let's see how Jofi liked it over in Atlanta.
Thanks, Michelle. The new Yonex AddXL was honestly one of the most interesting or unique shoes that I've ever tested. When I first put them on, I honestly thought they may be a bit more unstable than I like, but as the playtest went on, I was honestly very positively surprised by them. There is something very special about this shoe that at first I couldn't really put my finger on what it was or kind of explain the sensation I was feeling. But eventually I figured that it is not only the amazing cushioning that I'm feeling underfoot, but also it felt like this very springy sensation when I was stepping and pushing off. There is an actual springboard built in, the springboard technology built in underfoot, and you can definitely feel that as you're pushing off or changing directions, and it really gives you this awesome rebound effect on your shots. The Springboard technology was so good that in the beginning it almost caused me to feel a bit more unstable because I simply wasn't exactly sure where my feet were sometimes when I was landing. As the playtest went on, I did get used to this sensation much more, and I actually ended up loving it, just this comfort and plush rebound effect. Durability was top-notch. I didn't see anywhere on the outsole or the upper, honestly, zero complaints with that. The shoe also feels extremely light, so if you're looking for a lightweight option, this will be perfect for you. Now, when it comes to width, I do have medium width feet, and when I first put the shoes on, I kind of thought they were a bit too narrow for me. But then as the hours went on during the playtest, the upper really opened up pretty fast actually. So it was just perfect for my medium width feet. But if you're somebody who's looking for something wider, this might not be the best option for you. All in all, the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," comes to mind when I think of these shoes. And I actually think this might be an amazing option for somebody who is looking for a lightweight, durable, comfortable option. Thanks for watching. For more information on these shoes or any others, please go check out Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.